Hello everyone, this is Abladim, and today we're going to talk about something in quantitative research methods. More precisely, quantitative data analysis. Today we're on a quest for understanding descriptive statistics. We're going to follow kind of roadmap in this mission. And let's just say that our brains are cars, right? So this is my brain or your brain for the ones watching. This is your brain. And you have to take it somewhere. Here, right to this point. This point is the point of understanding. Throughout the whole road and journey, you have to check on multiple checkpoints, 5 to be precise. You have to understand each one of them. So the first one is quantitative data analysis, just a brief explanation, right? Then we're going to jump to descriptive versus inferential statistics. So we're going to talk about the difference between these two. Then we're going to cover the 3 main points, which are central tendency, frequency distribution, and variability. So buckle up your seat belts, for this is going to be a little bit long. Let's go on to the first checkpoint. Quantitative data analysis. What is it about? Quantitative data analysis is about analyzing data that is either number-based, أرقام وشكيل, or data that can be converted to numbers. Data اللي تقدر تحولها ل numbers. Now, being of a nature that deals with numbers, obviously it's gonna talk about statistics. إحصائيات. Statistics are not 2 types. We have 2 types, alright? Descriptive and inferential. And before we talk about the difference between the two, we must understand 2 concepts. The first one being the population, the second one being the sample. Let's put it straight to practice. Suppose you're researching depression among university students in the University of Borj. هيا ماليش. Depression عندهم. You have 5,000 students, right? It's too much. You cannot talk to them one by one. Having an interview with them is basically impossible. Even questionnaires, it's practically impossible for 3 researchers. So, what are you going to do? You're gonna take a sample. تدي عينة. 50, 70, 100, 20, I don't care. You take the sample وتخدم عليهم, okay? That sample belongs to the population. عليها راهي لهنا كيما البيضة اللي هنا داخلها. Alright? So, you study the sample, okay? You describe the sample, وتربح. This is the job of descriptive statistics because it describes the sample. توصف لنا the sample. Alright. هاي خلاص وصفونا sample وخلصنا. C'est bon. دوكا وش يجينا؟ Inferential statistics. حبابنا اللي تاع inferential statistics, they predict the population based on the findings they found on descriptive statistics. يعني يجي لهنا يقول لك زعما هذا كان عنده الحق. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe the sample doesn't represent the population. Maybe that, maybe this. This is the difference between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. The first one describes the sample. The second one predicts the population. Brief and simple. Today we're going to focus on descriptive statistics. And in descriptive statistics, what is it about? It's about describing the characteristics of responses and the relation between variables. As simple as it says. What do we have in descriptive statistics? We have 3 monsters. Let me call them this way. Monsters. We have the first one, frequency distribution. The second one, central tendency. The average, المتوسط والأنواع تاع المتوسطات اللي عندنا. And variability, the spread, توزع, okay, and dispersion. So we're gonna talk about each one of them all alone. So Bismillah on the next checkpoints. We have the first one, frequency distribution. So simply and briefly explained. Frequency distribution is about the frequency, تردد تاع data. For example, we have test scores. Okay, the data is test scores. نقاط تاع امتحان تاع عباد. Alright. الامتحان for example على 100. we have 60, we have 270s, 380, 290, 100. The frequency distribution has to deal with looking at these scores and seeing which one is most frequent. Okay, for example هذه بزاف تردد 80، هذه ثاني تردد بزاف 90. Okay, this is frequency distribution, and this one is the simplest statistics out of descriptive statistics. Let's go on to the real beasts. So we have central tendency. From the name of it, it's gonna be about centers. Okay, the average متوسط. We have three types of it: the mean, the median, the mode. These are all measurements of central tendency. Let's talk first about the mean. Now, first of all, do not be scared, do not be afraid. This is just an equation that was made by people just like you, eating the same food, drinking the same water, breathing the same air. This is the mean, the symbol of the mean. This is just a symbol for the total, المجموع. This is a symbol for the scores, okay? And this is the number for the cases. Let's see an example to see how can we calculate the mean. For example, we have 9 students, right? With scores of a test, okay? And on test, they have a test which is graded on 100. علامة على خلاص هي 100. And they got 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, 100. Good. These are the scores. You're gonna get the total of the scores, المجموع تاعهم كيما راهو كامل, and you're gonna divide them on the number of the cases. Okay, the number of the cases here are 9, so you're gonna divide by 9. There you go. That's the mean. The mean here is 82.2. As simple as it looks. هذا هو. This is the mean. Nothing big about it, nothing scary about it. You take the scores of the data set you have, you divide it by the number of cases. Let's see another one, the median. This one doesn't really need a calculator. Let's take the same example. We have 9 students. I made a mistake here. It's not 10, it's 9. 9 students with the same scores. How do we get the median? We get the median by putting two sides which are equal in number, but they have to be ordered. Alright, so we have 60, 70, 70, 80. This is 4. And 90, 90, 100, 100. This is 4. The one in the middle is what we call the median. So the median of this data set is 80. Now, I know what you're going to ask me. You're going to tell me, Abdulazim, what if it's not 9, not 11, not something like that? What if it's 4, 6, 8, 10? Great, I got you. So you're going to do the same thing, but with leaving 2 cases in the middle, not 1. Okay, so if we come here, look at this data set. Okay, we have 60, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so we have 6. We're going to put 2 here, and 2 here. All right, so it's 60, 60, 90, and 100. And we have 2 cases here, 2 scores here. واش نديرو هنا باش نلقاو the median? We add this one to this one and we divide it by 2. 70 plus 80 divided by 2, it's 75. The median is 75. هذه كي تكون عندك داتا سيت زوجية ماهيش فردية. Alright. The last one is the mode. The mode basically has to do with the most frequent score, okay, or datum. So basically in this data set we have 60, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 90, 100. You see, 100 we have only 1, 90, 1, 80, 1. We have 2 70s, okay, but we have 3 60s. So the mode of this data set is 60 because it is the most frequent one. هذه الأكثر ترددا. Okay, عندنا بزاف من 60 معناتها 60 هي the mode. Now be aware, for the mode we can have what we call multiple modes. Alright, for example in this data sets, If we find that we have 3 of 60 and 3 of 90, it's alright. You do not have to divide or take the calculator and start to itch your head. No. We can have two modes. The mode here is 60, both 60 and 90. That's about central tendency. Central tendency. So basically, all of these are different, the mean, the median, the mode. But they also differ in the use of them. Okay, so the mean is a better indicator of the combined performance of the group, but the median is best for typical performance. And to understand this better, we have to look at something else. Now, in talking about central tendency, we have to talk about frequency distribution. For frequency distribution, we have three types. All right. We have symmetrical. Okay, شغل الجهة هذه كيما الجهة هذه. If you divide it in the middle. And we have positive skew. هذه مجبودة الهيتا. All right, مجبودة اليسار. To the left. And we have negative skew. All right. So let's talk about the first one. The symmetrical distribution. Let's understand that this is like a graph, right? Okay. We have some scores. 12 واحد جبنا 13 واحد جبنا 13 واحد جبنا 13 واحد جبنا 13 واحد جبنا 14. If you calculate here, you'll find that the mean is 13, the median is 13, the mode ثاني 13. Symmetrical distribution happens when the mean equals the median equals the mode. كي يتساووا مع بعضهم كامل يخرج لنا هذا الشكل يكون متوازي هكذا. اوكي الجهة هذه كيما الجهة هذه قد. Alright, this is symmetrical distribution. Let's see an example of it باش نزيدو نفهموها. For example, we have this, right? This graph, here we have the scores, and here we have the frequency. Okay, تردد تاعهم. Okay. So for example, 11 ما كانش مرة. 12 we have 1, right? 13 we have 4. 14 we have 1. 15 we have 0. Look at this shape. شوف الشكل اللي خرج لنا. Something like this. Just like the one here. Okay. This is what we call symmetrical distribution. It happens when the mean equals the median equals the mode. Now we have another one. Positively skewed distribution. This happens when the mean, okay, the mean is larger. Is larger than the median, and the median is larger than the mode. Let's see an example. For example, we have some scores. Okay, I've kept this sample. We have 1. Okay, هذه مثلا راك في الابتدائي دوكا واحد ادالك 1. The other one 2. زاد واحد اخر ثاني ادالك 2. واحد 3 1 6 and the last one is a genius, he got 9. So if you calculate the mean لهنا تحسب the mean 1 زائد 2 زائد 2 زائد 3 زائد 6 زائد 9 divided by 6 قسمة 6. The mean you'll find it somewhere around 3.83. Okay, great. Now, if you try to find the median, حوس على the median ومش راح ندير راح نقسمه كفة منا كفة منا. Okay, هذه زوجية great ما عليناش نخليه زوج في النص. سمعنا 1 2 and 6 9 بقاولنا زوج و3 في النص. Okay, the median وشني هو في هذه الحالة 2 plus 3 divided by 2 سما 2 زائد 3 قسمة زوج سما 5 قسمة زوج هي 2.5. Okay, 2.5. You see the mean is larger than the median. صح معليش نزيدو نحوسو على the mode. The mode is 2. اوكي باسكو هو اللي متردد بزاف في زوج ترددات وكامل كاين واحد منهم برك. This one there are 2, so the mode of this data set is 2. And look at it, the median is larger than the mode. الميديان كبر من المود. Look at the shape اللي يخرج لنا. Just like the one we've seen before. يخرج لنا حاجة هكذا. اوكي طب like this one. Top. You see, here is the mode 2. Okay, the median نجاوه لهنا. Okay, and the mean نجاوه لهنا. So the mean is larger than the median, and the median is larger than the mode. This is what we call positively skewed distribution. We have another one, the last one. The negatively skewed distribution. This is when the opposite happens. When the mode is greater than the median, and the median is greater than the mean. معكوسة شغل المود أكبر من الميديان والميديان أكبر من المين. Let's see an example. We have some scores. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. If you calculate بلا ما نضلوا نحسبون ضيع الوقت, the mean is going to be 391. The median is going to be 4.5. Okay, so the median is larger than the mean, and the mode is obviously 5. واللي متكرر بزاف. Okay, so it's going to be greater than the median. راح يخرج لنا الشكل هكذا. Let's see the same graph. Okay, لهنا عنا test scores. Okay, test scores منا. I'm sorry من تحتها. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ولهنا عنا الفريكونسي تاعهم, تردد تاعهم. Okay, for example هذه الخمسة ترددت 4 مرات, الرابعة ترددت لنا 3 مرات, 3 ترددت لنا 2 times. يخرج لنا شكل هكذا كما راكم تشوف فيه. Okay, this is what we call negatively skewed distribution. هاي جينا هكذا. These are the 3 types of frequency distribution in descriptive statistics اللي نجيبوهم من المين والميديان and the mode. Now, all of these measurements of central tendency, we're talking about the mean, the median, and the mode, they're all beneficial. Okay, مش معناتها واحدة خير من الأخرى. It's just a dependency upon the case you have. For example, إذا حبيت تقرأ the frequency of something, بين راح تخير the mode. I don't know. Fuck now. Having said all of this, just know that they're all important. The mean, the median, and the mode. كامل مهمين يعني على حسب الحالة برك. Okay, it's all a dependency upon the situation and the case you have. The mean, let's talk first about the median. The median is best for ordinal variables, يعني variables اللي تقدر ترتبهم. Okay. The mean is best for ratio and intervals variables. And the mode is best for nominal variables. What's the difference between ordinal and nominal? Ratio and intervals نعرفوهم. Okay, but ordinal and nominal, what are they? Ordinal جاي من كلمة order. Okay, so ordinal data تقدر تترتب. For example, let's see this example. Customer satisfaction ratings. هذه حاجة تقدر ترتبها من poor to excellent. Right. من سيء لجيد. يهم فيها ترتيب. This is an ordinal data. But for example, إذا حبيت دي research على department names, I don't know. The order here doesn't really matter. Okay. For example, we have departments, marketing, sales, and stuff like that. This is the difference between nominal data and ordinal data. Ordinal data can be what we call ordered. Okay, while this one is about classifying and categorizing things. This is also a way to show each option in each type of variable. We have the nominal can be categorized but cannot be ranked, okay, or ordered. The ordinal can be ordered. The interval can be ordered, categorized, and the variable distance is equal. Okay, this is a requirement for the mean. يحتاجها المين. Okay, the ratio has all of this checked with the true zero exists. So this was the mean, the median, and the mode and the frequency distribution of them. Now, hear me out. You can have the same values, you can have the same mean, عندك نفس المين في two graphs, but they do not look the same. Why? هذه ضيقة على هذه. Okay, this one is more narrow, this one is more spread. This is the word, it's more spread. What does this say? This says that we cannot depend solely on the measurements of central tendency. We have to have something else that talks about spread, the dispersion, the scatter of scores. This is what variability is for. The fourth checkpoint variability we have in it: range, standard deviation, variance. We're gonna talk first about range. Range is about how far are the values من صغير لكبير. As simple as it seems. For example, we have scores from 0 to 10. 0, 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 10. The range is 10 minus 0. So the range is 10. Great. This is the easiest one by far. Now we have something more complicated, which is the standard deviation. Again, just like I said with the mean, do not be afraid. This is just an equation. It was made by people who drink, eat, sleep, do stupid things, lie. It's nothing, really. You have just to deconstruct it and have, let's say, an intuitive understanding of it. مش هكذا برك direct. Okay, let's deconstruct it. So we have D. What is D? Okay, D is all about the deviation of the score from the mean. معناتها البعد تاع سكور معين من the mean. وعندك يا اخي بزاف scores. Alright, we have too many scores. تروح دير المجموع تاعهم. اوكي، مجموعة هذوك سكورز مربعين. اوكي، مربعين مضروبين في بعضهم. divided by n minus 1، يعني العدد تاع الحالات تاعك ناقص واحد، وتدخلهم كامل في جذر. Okay, you're gonna root all of them. هذا كما هكذا ماكش راح تفهمها. Alright, so let's see an example. And actually I would not say an example because it's more of steps to calculate the standard deviation. We're gonna take the simplest data set ever. 4 test scores which are 0, 1, 2, 2. كلاسة تاع الله غالب. كلاسة مقدرة، داولك 0 وداولك 1 وداولك 2 وداولك 2، ما عليناش بصح نديرو بهم an example. The first step is finding the mean. نعرفو كيف نلقاو المين جماعة. You're gonna take all of these, add up all of them together. So it's 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. We have here 5. Okay, you're gonna divide it by the number of cases. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5 divided by 4. It's 1.25. Good. You found your mean. Now, step 2, what are you going to do? You're gonna subtract the mean. معناتها تنقص the mean from each score. من كل score عندك. Okay, so 0 minus the mean. 1 minus the mean. 2 minus the mean. And the other 2 minus the mean. Why? To find D, the distance. Okay, I'm sorry, the deviation. Okay, the deviation of the score from the mean. معناتها البعد. البعد هذاك score من the mean تاعك. Okay, المتوسطة تاعك. Good, we found it يا أخي. درنا هذه step 2. Now step 3, you're gonna take all of those deviations, okay, and you're gonna square them. تربعهم. Okay, great. كي تربعهم, step 4, add up all of them. زيدهم لبعضهم يخرج لك هذا الشكل. Alright, جبت هذا الشكل بصحتك. Alright, now what you are going to do is you're gonna divide it by n minus 1. وشنو هو n? Number of cases. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cases. So 4 cases minus 1, it's 3. So it's 2.75 اللي لقيناه هذا minus 3. And the last step is to root everything. دخلهم تحت جذر. Okay. يخرج لك 0.957. Okay. 57. This is the standard deviations. It's easy. Super easy. The last one, variance. The variance is basically you take that standard deviation and you square it. تربحها. So here the symbol for variance is S2. S2 here equals 0.957 squared, which equals 0.915. This is variance, and these are the measurements of variability. It was quite a ride, and we have arrived on the final destination. Thank you for watching. I hope this video might have helped you for understanding descriptive statistics. Until then, may we meet again. God bless you, and see you on the next time.